Welcome back from that short break, and here we are talking about our second segment discussion, which have to do with proposed NGX stock market trading hours extension. The Nigerian Exchange Group is about to extend the hours of trading on Nigerian stock market, and the NGX is considering the possibility of extending its trading hours beyond the current 9:30 to 2:30 section to longer hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. window. According to NGX Chief Executive Officer Jude Chiamaka, engagement is the first, and we are certainly been coming to this particular ecosystem in line with the aspiration of extending our trading hours. Meanwhile, market analysis see the opportunity in a way to ensure that this particular extension comes to fruition. Joining me right now, the way from Lagos, is Ambrose Omodion, who will be helping us to understand the importance, and the relevance of this extension of time. A very good day to have you, Mr. Ambrose, on the show.
Thanks for having me. Good afternoon.
All right. So I know you have heard the news. What is your reaction to this time extension of the NGX proposed market trading hours extension that we are hearing from the Nigerian stock market floor?
In life, one thing very constant is change, and change is what every aspiring successful trader or investor you should expect anytime, any day. For me, this year I've said it in one of the programs that it's a year of reform and changes for Nigeria, starting from the government. We're seeing regulators coming with a different way. Self have proposed extending the T plus 3 to T plus 2 to innovation, and I'm not surprised that NGX is bringing this innovation also of extending our trading hour from clock. That is good. But for me, thank God it's still on discussion. They need to put a lot of things in space. But I believe that it also make our market more flexible, deep our activities for the market.
Interesting. But from your own side of what is happening, they said in other developed climes like in London stock market, in US stock market, they all have this ample extension hours. So what importance will this bring if we extend our market time from the 9:30 to 2:30 now to 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. What importance will it bring to the market? Let's have your view on that.
For me, it will bring flexibility to the market and also convenience to the market. I say so because for those that are engaged elsewhere, they might have time to come and play the market. For example, or have 9:30 to 2:30, and don't forget that once it's 2:10, they remain 15 minutes for market makers. But for those that are engaged, they cannot come with this period. They will miss. They also want to employ someone to be doing on their behalf. But for having ample time from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, it's opportunity that at your own time, it makes it easier, convenient for them to play the market, to trade. For me, it's a good one. Yes, in one way or the other, it might also increase liquidity. Why I say so that those that are not able to take manage the time from 9 o'clock, now have a longer time, they can also come into the market. And also forget that in order no matter the economy, like I tell you, that best practice is what you see that trading is not just from hours. It's most like some blue nights and a day trade. We call it pre-market and all those stuff. But now that we are bringing our own to from we're planning this, we're not yet there, we're planning to bring it from 9 to 5. But for me, the development, it will open more room for more people to participate in the market. That means those that are engaged can also have time to play, because if you are engaged, for example, we're a teacher in any school, want to trade this market, we close school closed by 2 o'clock or 2:30, we have time about that to play. But if a teacher closed by 2 o'clock already, you are out of the day for that day. Also, if you're engaged, you can also plan your schedule, knowing that between 3 to 5, which is almost 2 hours, I can still come back to this market and trade. But I will that it also bring the form of improvement in price discovery, also bring the market efficiency at the end of the day. Let's see that a welcome development if the team in NGX and with the SEC, the way they are going, I think they are aligning our market with best practice, and which also will attract foreign investment more, especially looking at the economic activities and also the reforms we are seeing today that is pointing to a direction that at the end of the tunnel, like if that is what we're expecting, we need to align market. And I thought that also, I said, change is part of what everybody that's around this world living is constant and must welcome change. The way you perceive it is the way you go to take it, whether for your benefit or to your minus. It all depends on you.
Interesting. But you said something very, key that I have to take you on. Talk about efficiency of the market. And I will put it this way. Are all analysts, are all players in that industry as you speak right now, are they all ready for this extension of time of trading? Or just because we want to reform and because we want to copy Tokyo stock market, we want to copy US stock market, we want to copy London stock market? Is it about copying or bringing about efficiency to the market? That's what I'm asking.
Well, for me, I say that part of efficiency we're expecting to come. And why I mention that, since become flexible and also people have confidence to play this kind of market, for me it's a welcome development. And whether the other market operators will like it or not, let me put it this way, it's for their own good. For example, stockbroking firm that open by 8, they close 5 o'clock. And by 2 o'clock they close trading. They do other things in the office. But with this, they are fully engaged for their service. That means from 2 to 5, you do your trading activities. Not that you are rushing to go. You do and bring the kind of attention to it. That means now it's for them to replan. Those that they add trading and other activity in the office also will be reduced or kind of take away. If you broker, you fix your broking. If you're a researcher, not that you trade and come and research for some people. No, because now that you're trade, that means you have to sit longer, you have to research longer, and also the good thing is that our market is also going live everywhere in the world. People see our market live. That means people can really plan and when we have in the market. Before, we know that midday we see a lot of activities. Now that we're having 9 o'clock to almost 5, the trade trend will also change. They might see that our mid trade might be around 2:30 or 3 o'clock. You have to plan when will you be there. If you open by 9, okay, we'll see the 9:30 to 9 to 9:30 is open. Okay, at 10 to 10 is the market open. No, so is it going to be the same? Okay, from 9:30 to 10 o'clock is pre-market open. Why from 11 market to open with 35? No, all the trading hours all together. But we want to see how it's going to flow. But I believe that for me, it's a welcome development for the market, especially as we like the market to T plus 2, from T plus 2, just kind of involving changing and improvement to make the market more friendly and align with the best practice I've said earlier. For me, there's no cause for alarm. This is a welcome development for our market. I believe that also we need this kind of improvement in the economy, and also kind of a point that yes, the market benefit from it. Because when you see improvement in the economy, most people like this said in this economy, and they want to see a better number at the end of the day. So they will just start seeing bank results coming. Yet even what they are seeing a kind of a marginal growth in their figures about 25% growth. But I show that with their provision and cleaning up their book, that this forbearance issue has gone with their half year. It's important that investors or traders are looking for end of the year, seasonality, end of the year dividend, go to that kind of stock because it's true that at the end of the year, going to see a bomber dividend at the end of the day. For me, it's a good one for the market. As far as the economy is improving, we are seeing a reform of the government imparting the economy gradually. Really, the more they try to strengthen these reforms and bring more strategy, see a better Nigeria at the end of the day.
Interesting. But people want to know, when will this time coming? What I mean is that when will they eventually approve and eventually ensure that this extension takes place? You're also an insider, I will say. So when should we be expecting this extension, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. of Nigerian stock market time extension to start?
Actually, it's not just for NGX to sit down in the office and make they need to do consultation, carry the other market operators so that they will be ready and also adjust their own system to make this happen. For me, it's not that say tomorrow, that there's also a time lag for them to plan. Just like the T plus 2 will start from November 28, 2025. Also expect that the day before the end of the year, they might come or they can say, okay, it's going to start from 2026. All depends, but they need to plan. It's not what they can rush into because you want to impress anybody. No, there must be kind of the framework that will make it work effectively.
Exactly. Interesting. But before I let you go, 2 more things to quickly ask you so that you can help us out. First, inflation report is out and 20.12 is what we have. How did the market react to that? For many of you have been looking at that area also to carry out your trading.
No, for me, it's a stronger indicator that yes, if really that the government and also the policymakers really want to achieve what they are envisaging, because if the World Bank say, well, they review our GDP for 2025 to be around 3.6. And the government also are forecasting to be 4% digit for growth, or 4% for growth for 2025. Already we have seen that our Q1 GDP is about 3.13. We have not seen GDP already for Q2, but I believe that that is not to be positive and not good, fine. But I believe that if we are seeing inflation declining for 5 straight months, in an economy, and also we are seeing that our exchange rate has relatively stable. Now, as we speak now, is below 1,500. For me, it's a good one. And also, don't forget that they also saying that last week here, the federal government share about with the local government and the state government share about almost 2.2 trillion in terms of effect for nice. And also, we also expect that the government has already kicked off gradually 2025 budget implementation, and this will probably create the system. And I believe that with rate cut, that also boost activity in the market, expand a lot of frontier of the economy that also support the GDP. I tell you that in any way, without activity, there is no growth. And also, if you are coming to reform to kind of tax, if people are not doing activity, will they pay you tax? If you really want to have more revenue, you need the government to work and active so that people that are not engaged will be engaged, because if somebody is not engaged, how will he pay you tax? If the cost of production is high, I'm not making profit, how will I pay you tax? These are things that they should work together. If we really want this economy the way they are going, we need a cheaper phone anywhere in the world. So what happened yesterday after the first rate cut in the US. This morning, both their high cap stock, their low cap stock, all are in green. That is a pointer. And also the outcome of the economy that can be given from that kind of open for them to know between now and end of the year. What next? Is it that any other rate was? That we want to hear from our own NPC meeting on the strength of this figure I mentioned, or the factors I mentioned. We're going to see the cut. It might not be 100% cut, just like we saw in Ghana, and they do almost like 360% basic point cut. Our own is a gradual. We might do like between 25 to 50 billion cut. Fine, it's a good one. That was signal, yes, that you are set to run the economy, because cost of one is part of what will really slow down any economy, no matter your policies, if the cost of one is there, people will scared to work to approach the bank to borrow. And don't forget that it is liquidity that drives any form of development or growth in anywhere in the world.
Exactly, interesting. And you even put it out there right now, because for the US, they have done a cut. Even England today have also done a cut. They are leaving their own at 4%. But for CBN, come Monday, Tuesday next week, 22nd and 23rd. Ambrose, I told you earlier before now that we would definitely have to talk about that. But before I let you go, what are you thinking in terms of what CBN will do come 22nd and 23rd on the MPR rate?
I'll tell you that since this incumbent governor come on board, we have seen great high. This year, 2025, we have seen kind of hold for the first MPC meeting to the last one, and then the second to the last for the year. I believe that it's time, if you are kind of high rate throughout 2024, you spend a lot of fund, people were, having access to fund, cost of fund. That also impacted some bad loan in the bank, because if high interest rates high, people are not yet to able to meet their obligation. They turn to bad loan. But now, if you really want to also assist the bank after they've done this successful journey, for most of them that have met the representative targets of CBN, you need to cut rate so that with the money they've collected, so that they can use also to drive the economy. Because you are not representing a growth of 4%, you are also getting a $1 trillion economy. It is this bank that have this ability will drive, and if there's no friendly rate, how will people come and borrow? I think it's expected that at this meeting, there are about 7 or 8 of them that will vote. Expect that the votes will do that way, either 6 against 2 and 7 against 1. Let's say that let them make it score.
Exactly.
We are not expecting 200% cost. It was 50 basic point of 25 is a signal. But one thing that looking at also the treasury, the open market operation which is done yesterday, we saw that all the rates are looking southward. It's also a sign to see if this rate will come on Monday next week. I've just said Monday, Tuesday, the last days on Tuesday.
Exactly.
So there's a relation between communication and action. Let's hear what they're going to do at the end of the day.
Exactly. Interesting. Communication and action are quite different, but the action on CBN come Monday, Tuesday. Particularly by 2 p.m. on Tuesday, we should be able to have the rate coming from CBN. Ambrose, I can't thank you enough, but thank you so much for coming on the show today and speaking expressly the way you have always been doing, analyzing in a very dynamic manner for us. Thank you so much, Ambrose.
Thanks for having me.
So, but don't forget, the moment the announcement comes, I will come after you so that we can hear your view.
No problem. I'll talk about together.
All right, sir. So enjoy the rest of your day over there in Lagos.
You too. Thanks. Yeah.
Right. So I've been speaking with Ambrose Omodi, who happens to be the Chief Operating Officer of Invest Data Consulting Limited, one of the players on the Nigerian stock market. And for him, it's about action. Action from the CBN in regards to the rate that we are all looking forward to. Either they go bullish or they go bearish. Either they go dovish or they go in a way that many people have been thinking. But for Theodora Otu, it's about women in a startup ecosystem. And she made it in a simple way for us to understand. It's about entrepreneurship. And challenges are funding and socio-cultural issues that affect women in that particular respect. We have come to the end of today's edition on the Market Report. My name is Adefolayan Olamilekun. Till we come your way next time with other interesting package of Market Report, I want to say thank you for staying true to ADBN and be a patriotic, good citizen of Nigeria. See you around soon. Bye.